Namaste, everyone. A very good evening and welcome to this sitting and breathing session again. Nice to have all of you together, practicing together with me. So for today's session, before I begin, I would like to read this a simple quote by Tibetan nun, a very famous nun, Jetsunma, Tenzin Palmo. So it's linked to what we are going to practice today on the feelings, our feelings, the mode of feelings. So she said, when we are angry, when we are excited, when we are depressed, when we are elated, we are completely submerged in and identified with those thoughts and feelings. This is why we suffer. We suffer because we are completely identified with our thoughts and feelings, and we think this is me, this is who I am. So does it ring a bell to you? It's a very common reaction for us, most of us, if not all, to identify ourselves with our feelings, with our thoughts, our emotions, right? So when we are angry, we thought that, oh, I am angry, I am. Then you feel guilty after that. Okay, I am the person who is jealous, jealousy, and so on and so forth, because we identify ourselves with it. So today we are going to learn how to unidentify or how to catch ourselves whenever we do that. So we stop letting this identification to define us, because they are not who we are truly, right? So it brings us to this, our practice today. So we are going to continue with our 4 foundations of mindfulness, but today on the realm of feelings or sensations. Because in the 4 foundations of mindfulness, as mentioned, 4 foundations, so there are 4 factors. The first factor is something that we have visited last week, which is the bodily sensation, the tactile sensation. Second is feelings, the mode of feelings, and something we are going to do today. And the third one is on mind. And the last one is the phenomena, whatever that we perceive with our sense organs. So these are the 4 foundations of mindfulness. So we practice one by one. So today we are moving to the second one. So mindfulness of my feelings or sensations, or what we might call the feeling tones. Okay, because when we talk about bodily sensations last week, remember we observed the general characteristic, which are the impermanent nature of the bodily sensation, right? Like sometimes you feel cold, then suddenly become warm again, and then the itchiness is gone, come again, and stuff like that. And a unique characteristic is actually refers to the 4 elements: the fire element, the earth element, the water element, the fire element, and also the space or the wind element in the body. So this is what we observe. So today we are going to observe the feeling tones, which also have a general characteristic of impermanent, okay, and also unique characteristic of its own, which I'm going to share with you shortly. So what's the difference between mindfulness of the body and mindfulness of the feelings? Because it seems so subtle, like bodily sensation and then feeling, right? They are different, but also the difference is so subtle. Mindfulness of the bodily sensation is primarily centered on the direct physical sensation we experience. For example, you feel heavy, the heaviness of the body, the tingling sensation, the numbness, the itchiness, the lightness, the body temperature, right? Something we are quite familiar. In contrast, mindfulness of feelings is concerned with how we respond or our response to this physical sensation, okay? And also how we respond to our thoughts and emotions. Something, for example, when you feel hot, right? That is a bodily sensation. But how do you feel? You're feeling. Okay, so it brings down to this 3 basic types of feelings, especially in the context of 4 foundation mindfulness. There are 3 types of feelings. One is the pleasant. For example, if you are feeling cool, you feel pleasant, right? When it's hot, The second one is unpleasant. So pleasant or unpleasant. We always have these two types of feeling, swinging from one to another, right? And the third type is neutral, indifferent. It's like not unpleasant, not pleasant. So these are the three unique characteristics of the realm of feelings. Clear? Right. Now, of course, naturally, we tend to chase after the pleasant feelings. We like or we prefer to feel blissful. Our body is light, right? And a joyful mood, a peaceful mood. So, but when we start to prefer or like this kind of feelings, our suffering begins at the same time. Because if it is a pleasant feeling tone, we tend to lean towards it. We grasp it, we like it, we want it more. Give me more. So this is where the root of poison, the desire, arises, right? Because we start to become greedy. We want to hang on. We want to keep the pleasant sensation. Is it common? Right? So whereby when there is an unpleasant feeling arise, or then we start to feel unpleasant, we want to push it away. We do not want it. Okay, we do not like it. We detest it. So then it becomes another root of our poison, which is the anger or aversion. Right? If the weather is too hot, of course we don't like it. So we get very frustrated. And sometimes we even scream, become very impatient and shout at somebody just because we're hot. So again, this feeling tone that we dislike, it helps us to strengthen our root of this aversion. But yeah, also third instance where we have experience that we do not perceive it as either pleasant or unpleasant. So we just stay neutral. So this feeling tone is one of the indifference or disinterest. You could say it's more like a root of ignorance, delusion, or confusion. So we can see here, there's a very direct relationship between these feelings and our three klesha, or the three roots of poisons. So how can we bring awareness to feelings through this meditation, free us from suffering eventually? And this is something that we are going to practice. Because from a practical or practice experience, if we are able to just be with the feeling tone in the mind, then we would potentially be able to avoid the tendency to act out on this klesha, either greed or aversion or indifference. And can you imagine what the difference it could make? So it's like when you practice awareness of sensation like that again and again, so slowly you find that you can be more acceptance or more receptive to either pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feelings because they are all okay. You don't have to push it away when it is unpleasant. You don't have to grasp on it when it is pleasant. Okay, and you don't have to feel indifference. Okay, because the purpose here is for us to understand reality, to experience the true nature of reality. And for example, if you're hungry, you are tired, your body is painful, naturally you have unpleasant feeling, right? You feel angry or upset. Likewise, when your body is relaxed, you feel pleasant. So this is reality. We can't deny that because how we perceive the experience, it dependent on a lot of factors, including our karmic connection. So as long as you feel pleasant or unpleasant or whatever you're feeling, you are actually experiencing reality as it is. But there is no need to judge, avoid, manipulate, claim. Just observe, just witness. You do not need to do anything basically. So we would notice this feeling, if you don't do anything to it, it keeps changing. Like waves on the ocean, come and go, come and go. So then you notice another quality of this feeling, which is impermanence. So like our body sensation, it comes and go. So in a nutshell, although the feelings are there, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, but we do not have to cling on to them. We don't have clinging, we don't have aversion, we don't have confusion, and we won't act out from these three roots of klesha or these three roots of poison. Then what happens? Of course, if you don't act out of it, you become liberated. You are free. You achieve liberation. So when you experience the reality as it is, that is actually a purifying negativity, and that is virtue, and that is also illuminating our ignorance, removing our ignorance. So this is a summary of the essence of what we are going to practice today. Is mindfulness of the feeling, but as I say, it's a simple practice. But if we pay attention or being shine our awareness on the feeling itself without acting on it, we actually can discover. I mean, there's so much of wisdom in it, and we can develop wisdom from this practice if we do it frequently. So with that, we will begin our session. Okay, so invite you to sit in the comfortable position. Adjust your posture if you need. So let me invite 3 sounds of the bell. And allow the sound of the bell to bring your mind back to the body. So let us begin by taking a few moments to check in with your posture. Again, for this practice, you can keep your eyes gently closed. You can open it slightly with a relaxed gaze, whichever comfortable for you. And breathe naturally. Slowly allow the mind to return to the body, to be one with the body. Whatever experience you have gone through in the day, just let it slowly settle and allow your body and mind to come to a stillness. And you can also look into the motivation for you to come here to do the practice. And you can set an intention that would like to use this practice to help you to eradicate the root of suffering. And may this practice help you and all other beings recognize our innate basic goodness, the love, the compassion, the wisdom, and the awareness in us. And just simply be. And let's begin with a few moments of shamatha practice by counting our breath to calm and rest our mind. Bring it home. So breathing in, aware of the in-breath. Breathing out, aware of the out-breath. In-breath, out-breath. And just allow the breath to be natural. And you begin counting from 1 to 5. And when it reaches 5, and go back to 1 again. Let's do it together in your own pace, in silence. Whatever experience that you have right now, it is okay. Thoughts come, images, just let them come and go. Very compassionately, gently return to your breath. We train our mind in this way by bringing back again and again in the gentle, non-judgmental way. When you finish counting, just rest for a few moments in open, effortless awareness without the need to do anything. Just simply be for a while. And now, very gently, let's bring our awareness to the sensations of the body. We can begin from the top of our head. Notice if there is any sensations that are present at this moment. Maybe you feel warm, blissful, or maybe a slight headache. Or perhaps you don't feel anything at all. So whatever you feel is okay. Just use this feeling as a support to connect you with the awareness. Simply notice if you have any pleasant or unpleasant or neutral feeling towards the sensations of your head. You can slowly move down to feel the sensations of your shoulder. How do you feel? If it is tight or relaxed. So is it a pleasant or unpleasant or neutral feeling? Or you can slowly move down to your two hands. Or maybe you can practice by using one of your hands to squeeze or to pinch another hand and try to feel the sensation and see if you pinch harder until it generates some pain. And how does it feel? Is it pleasant or unpleasant? So when you let it go, you feel more relaxed. So maybe the earlier unpleasant sensations has transformed into pleasant. So you can continue to observe the different parts of your body sensation in this way. To see if all the sensations give you a pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feelings. And when you have any of this feeling, just recognize that. Aware that there's a pleasant sensation arise, or aware that there is unpleasant sensation arise. There's nothing more you need to do about it. maybe a negative thoughts arise and you don't like the thought. So there may be an unpleasant feelings arise towards the thoughts. Recognize that too. Or it could be a pleasant thought, which give rise to a pleasant feelings. So our job here is to recognize the different tone of feelings that arises moment by moment. Be it pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. But without judging, without acting on it, just simply be with it. And maybe you start to feel a bit soreness at the butt. Or your knees start to give you a bit of discomfort feelings. Just notice that. Or your spine, you feel a little bit tired. So when all these sensations arise, what feeling tones do you generate now? So in a general sense, when you're sitting here now, doing the practice, how do you feel? Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral? Just see how it feels right now. There's no need for us to change anything or try to feel in a particular way. Just notice how you feel and use that as a way to stay with the awareness. And do you also notice that these feelings or sensations, they keep changing? For example, at the beginning of the meditation, you experience some pleasant sensations because of the calmness and the peacefulness of the mind. But after some time, your butt starts to feel painful, your back, your knees are giving you some discomfort feeling. So your feeling tones may have changed from beginning till now. So this is impermanence. The feelings in our body are constantly changing and moving. And even bodily sensation, also the same. If you look closer, it moves around. It vibrates. The intensity increase or decrease. Certain sensation disappeared and come back again, or something else. And together with our feelings, also keep changing from pleasant to unpleasant, neutral. Just observe the impermanent nature of these feelings. Especially if you have any unpleasant feelings arise at this moment, see if you can just be with it without having to change or do anything. Just aware there is unpleasant sensations arise. Just be with the awareness of it. And now just drop your reflections and rest in open awareness. Allow your mind to relax. So with this practice, we are constantly experiencing different feelings. Even if some feelings can be neutral, we do not notice them, but they are always present. So we learn to recognize them and be with this feeling as they are. So by doing that, we are in touch with reality. So we do not need to pursue or cling on to certain pleasant feelings or push away any unpleasant feelings. We simply welcome all Let them come, let them go as delight. So by noticing the impermanent nature of all these feelings and be with it, we are developing wisdom. Slowly, slowly, we can embrace and welcome all kind of feelings without having acting on them. That is liberation. That is true wisdom. They are not you. They are just feelings. Come and go. They don't define us, and we don't identify ourselves with them. So to conclude these sessions, let's make a dedication to share all the goodness that arise from this practice with everyone. May all beings and ourselves wake up from our delusions and be free from all kind of sufferings. Thank you, everyone.